Yeah. They ain't believe me when I told them crypto was the future. Now they trying to get in, but it's too late. We've been stacking Marbitz since day one. No banks, no middlemen, just power moves. Let's get it. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Welcome back to a pretty awesome day. A big move in the cryptocurrency markets. We're down for it. Let me go live on TikTok as well. Hopefully we can continue and not get banned again for 2 nights in a row. So welcome as always. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is a good day to be a cryptocurrency investor. Now, what's crazy is some people may even say, hey, Tubit, you kind of talked about that. And I'd go, well, do you know what? Yeah, I kind of did talk about it. But yeah, turns out we were right as well. But, there is some more to break down. I actually did a video earlier talking about the Fed and whether the Fed are going to come in with some kind of sneaky rate cut, which is definitely possible, by the way. I did break down why I thought that could be a case. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. Welcome to all the people on YouTube and all the Familia Madrigal over there on TikTok as well. So do me a favor as you walk through the door, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tap the screen, lock the following, do all of that good stuff. I did find out earlier on that apparently when you get account strikes and all this kind of stuff, it drops off for 90 days. So we just need to be clean for 90 days. Don't talk about taxes, don't talk about anything weird, and we should be fine. So anyway, a lot to get through tonight. JP Morgan going super crazy bullish. Just the overall market sending way above 108. Pretty bullish indeed. We'll break down with some news coming out of Solana, the miners, which I talked about the other day. Turns out I was right on that as well. We're going to be talking about all that as well. So let's say hello to a few people. Let's get into it. Lots to break down. Selmo's here. Blazer X though was first tonight. What's going on, Blazer? Mr. Tim Shea. Let's get it. How about them shorts getting liquidated? You know, shorts getting liquidated. Great stuff. 37, welcome. Foz is here. Good to see you, man. Appreciate you in the house. Tomato Pete's here as well. What's going on, Tomato Pete? Good to see you. Nadar's here. What's up, Vern? Swamp in the building. Good to see you. Joyce, man, it's been a minute since Joyce has been here. Enzo. Hey, Tuba, how are you? I am great. I'm even better that you put it in caps, mate. Love that. So yeah, good to see you. M-O-T-O, Mr. Moto. What's going on? Time to come back down, baby. Well, I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. Andrew Gibson's here on TikTok as well. What's going on, Andrew? Good to see you, man. Welcome to all the Familia here as well. Zach Reactors in the building. What's going on, Zach? Good to see you as well. Welcome to everybody who's here. And yeah, do me a favor, tap up the like, tap the screen. We'll do some kind of coin things and do all that kind of jazzy stuff in a little bit. Jake, what's going on? Welcome, buddy. Grabbing that number 2 gifter badge. As well as Matthew Fee says, hey, 2-bit. What's going on, Matthew? Crackerjack's here. What's going on, Crackerjack? Good to see you as well. Mr. Glenn's in the house. Good to see you, Glenn. Welcome. And Nadar's here. Good to see you, Glenn. Nadar. Man, lots of people in the building. As always, we are pretty optimistic, stroke very bullish on this market. I'm going to go dive straight into the charts. Look at this. Look at this move on BTC on the day. I mean, it kind of completely and utterly obliterated what I thought was going to happen, which was kind of this trend here between this pattern. But yeah, big spike, lots of good news, lots of things talked about. I think lots of things to digest is probably a good idea, which we'll try and break down tonight. We'll try and get a view of, is it a flash in the pan? Is it a little bit more solid in terms of a move, etc., etc., etc. So, like I said, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely tap the screen here on TikTok. It does help out the channel. So if you could smash up that like button, just go tap that screen, that would be great. So, very interesting move here on BTC. A solid move. And actually, when you break this down, over the course of the last hour, well, go into the hours, by the way, because a lot of people just look at that kind of big spike and they go, oh, Bitcoin just pumped to oblivion. The reality is we were being going up since since the weekend, really, on the hourly. So we saw the lows coming around 13th of June. That was like 3 days ago into the weekend. So we saw that move into the weekend. Everyone was kind of like, here we go. Obviously, the Israel-Iran tensions, that's what I meant to say, haven't helped at all, right? They haven't helped one bit. But I think we've kind of seen a little bit of a pivot with that. Not necessarily in the actual fighting, but maybe what it looks like from a global support mechanism, etc. So the markets kind of went, oh, well, do you know what? Good news. Remember, war is not good. Economically, war is a disaster for everybody involved, right? For everybody. It's not just like, well, if you manage to win or if you're the oppressor, the aggressor, whatever it is, right? It's just not good for anyone. Where the small silver lining is digital assets tend to actually perform slightly better in that sentiment because they are a hedge against weakening of global currency. So what we've then seen is sort of from really the early hours of this morning, so late last night into the early hours of this morning, certainly for me here in the UK, we saw this nice move up from 104,800. Now, interestingly enough, by the way, I actually took a trade on BitUnix, link in the description. Great platform if you want to use it. Lots of positives. I actually took a trade at 104,300, which was like wick down late last night. I managed to pick that trade up. So that ended up being a pretty nice move. And yeah, it wicked up and closed that out. I think like 107 or something like that. So decent little move there on BTC, but we broke out of this support channel that I've been talking about. Look at the retest, which is why we know that it's a really confident move with volume support. Stochastic RSI is certainly pushing to the upside. Andrew Gibson says, volume. Well, can you not hear me all right? You guys can hear me. I haven't got any like microphones plugged in, so you should be able to hear me. But we did move with volume support. So yeah, very good news as to kind of where that played through and more importantly, that push. Now, where we are at this moment in time, actually, at this 108,500 level is a really key point because we are currently on the hourly chart retesting this level. If we can hold, here's the 15-minute chart. I know you can't see it, TikTok. Again, I haven't drawn anything on this, by the way. I haven't drawn anything on this. I actually can show you, TikTok. Come here. Come here because you need to see this, right? You need to see this. So here is the chart I have. And this is the level here, 108,500 that I've had on my chart now for a while. Look at the retest on these lines. Some people may think, hey, 2-bit, you're a bit of a genius when it comes to this kind of stuff. I just say I'm a normal person trying to make everyone a little bit of money in this game. But you can see the two retests, really important here. We are on a third push down. So look, the market's coming down a little bit. I'm not against this. The retest of 108,500, that's what we're looking for. This push on 108,500 could see us bounce, may see us come back down in the short term. So I think it's worth noting as that chart plays out pretty much perfectly, if you ask me, and we've certainly seen that sort of play out over the course of this week. This obviously is a solid move with lots of other bullish things that we have seen. And I think, oh my God, I think my phone nearly fell off the stand it's on. That would have been a disaster. So there we go. That's a pretty bullish news, in my opinion. Obviously, we were expecting XRP news, which we currently are anticipating any moment in time we're going to get that news as well from XRP. So we will obviously keep you posted. We have our guys on the ground, our people in the know, and they will obviously let me know the minute we get any news on XRP, which I will let you guys know. So personally, playing out very optimistic. We need to hold this level, 108,500. That's what I'm looking for. I think this could certainly start to play very favorably, therefore, into what the next move could be, which we can break down. Jay says, BTC to 120, 130k, then dominance drops, and boom, altcoins, fingers crossed, go to the moon. Absolutely. Let's go 2-bit. Don't dump the market, Curtis. You know I don't dump the markets. Lauren Babs here. What's going on? 2-bit said, we are getting a rate cut on Wednesday. He obviously knows some alpha. If you haven't seen that video, by the way, go and watch it. Look, everyone's saying it's not going to get a rate cut. It wouldn't surprise me. There's only 3 other countries in the world that have not cut rates. The US is the 4th, right? Think about it. Brazil, Turkey, the US, and who else is it? It's like a really Brazil, Turkey, the US, and one other, I can't think who it is. Everyone else has cut rates. Everyone else has cut rates. So Japan haven't cut rates. Good shout, Sammy. So we'll see. It's not all the realms of possibility. I know that sounds Turkmenistan. I know I said it was kind of crazy, but yeah, anyway, watch out. Let's see what happens. HBAR and Quant gonna fly. Hey, Quant's been doing well today. I definitely seen that. Yeah, up 1.5, 108 right now. HBAR, again, something we've talked about on the channel, up 3.76, 16 cents, holding up pretty well. So anyway, BTC chart playing out very optimistically. Overall, altcoin market, minus in Bitcoin, by the way, still some work to do. So I don't think we can get super crazy just yet. There's definitely a little bit more upside to come. But look, at the same time, we are favorably playing out, certainly as we kind of walk through this. Who are some of the big winners today? XRP, obviously everyone is expecting this. Look at this on the weekly. We have officially, again, broken out from this. Now, the reality is that it probably ends up being a little bit more like that now, but this is kind of a breakout. We need to see a little bit more movement with XRP, but this could indicate a final break on the bull flag, pushing us a little bit higher. This would be a positive break if we were to get it. If we were to get it. The question is, are we going to get it? That's obviously where we want to see. If we were to get it, you go from the low with the potential move on this bull flag. You do that, you take this and put this over here. Gives us a potential market cycle top 530, 550 over the period of the next maybe, 12 to 18 months. If you then see the Bitcoin market going further than that. So keep your eyes peeled on what might happen with XRP. This is a solid move here on the weekly. Very, very bullish indeed. Other winners, obviously, Zebek. Now, remember, I sold all my Zebek. I'm totally out of Zebek. I don't have any. So this is obviously good news for everybody that's still holding their Zebek that's going up. Shout out to the Zebek family. But yeah, nice little move on Zebek. Hopefully, needs to wick up a little bit further, though. Needs to probably break this level of support on the resistance. 5331 is the key level we need to see this break above. We also got Aerodrome Finance. Let me know if you're invested in Aerodrome Finance. Where's all my Familia Madrigal that are invested in this great project? Aerodrome Finance having a good run, up about 12%, but actually a solid move over the course of the last 3 or 4 days. Checks having a good move as well. Meme coins not doing too great, nothing crazy. AOZ though 11%, so some solid moves out there in the market. Some good solid moves. XCN LC moving as well over the overall market. Now, what is also positive? Oil finally dropped. We've not seen oil drop for a while. Gold came down. Nice little wick down on gold. It's not often I look for gold to dump, but hey, good news. Good news as that kind of pushed it down. And then in fairness, we see USDC and USDC dominance dropping nearly 3%. So overall, you know, a very solid move. Jasmine, by the way, 4.2 if anyone was caring. And BTC dominance, not too crazy. But again, for the point here is still in a downward trend. Therefore, we could see a reversal or certainly a pivot into a little bit more altcoin capital, which is good. The Federal Reserve should cut interest rates this week as per tweet above. Well done, Tube. You called it. Well, we'll see. I mean, it would be insane if they cut it. And maybe this market move today is a little bit around people going, could the Fed cut rates? Maybe they were like, hey, I saw a video by 2Bit Crypto and he said the Fed might cut rates this week. And I watched it full front to back. I dropped a like, dropped a comment. I also went over to TikTok and massively supported him over there. And I believe what he said. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it comes in. It just wouldn't surprise me. Holmes says rate cut this week. No, simple. I don't think it's as simple as you say. I don't think it's as simple as you say. I think there is a possibility. I think it's unlikely. I think it's very unlikely. But hey, crazier things have happened in this market. Crazier things have happened. My justification would be that the US currently only has is one of only 4 of the countries that have not cut rates. If they were even contemplating entering into this war with Iran, Israel, involving themselves, it's going to cost billions of dollars to get involved. Then you want to be paying a lower interest rate on billions of dollars. You also have CPI data and PPI data that both supported rate cuts that would come in. And on top of that, you absolutely have a Trump agenda that wants to cut rates. Energy costs have gone up as the price of oil has gone up. So how do you counteract that? You give a rate cut on interest rates. So again, crazy things happen when war is at the agenda or the root cause of it. Like I said, I believe it's unlikely, but I don't believe it's totally off the table. It's just my opinion. We'll have to see. Like I said, I think it's very unlikely, but it could come in. But I think there's definitely, definite arguments for a potential total 180. A rate cut with a hawkish Fed could be dicey, couldn't it? Could be dicey. We've been getting disappointing rate cuts for a long time until tariffs are done. I can't see it in my... Yeah, look, and again, like I said, I believe it's unlikely, but I don't believe it's off the table. So we'll have to wait and see. And I think tariffs just aren't being spoke about at the minute. So, I mean, this is kind of hopefully, like I said, hopefully it'll be positive. It would be the most insane move in the world that we actually saw a rate cut. I can't see Powell bending over like that. Don't forget, it's not just Powell that has to make the decision. There is 9 of them. 9 of them have to make it. If you remember, the last meeting was not unanimous. It was 7-2. 2 people were kind of like, oh, I think maybe we should go to rate cuts. So it's not a unanimous. 9 all said it. Jerome doesn't have the overall arching view. You could get even a 5-4 to not cut rates would be pretty bullish, in my opinion. So we'll see. We'll see. I hope it will grow when it meets for XRP. Maybe. 2Bit, what do you think the rate cut will be if you suggest a rate cut might happen? 25 basis points. It'd be the minimum they could do. The minimum they could do. But that would be in line with the ECB. That would be in line with Canada. That would be in line with the UK. That would be in line with Germany. It would be in line in pretty much most Western countries. Even Russia, that's at 21% interest rates, dropped to 20%. I mean, it means nothing, doesn't it, if you're a Russian? But the fact that even Russia dropped 1%, again, does it mean that the Fed's going to cut? No. But I think... I don't think it's off the table. And I think for a long time we've been going, absolutely, 100%, never going to cut rates. So we'll see. Everyone's entitled to opinion. I'm not coming from any position of facts here. I'm giving my opinion, and that's where I get to. But yeah, even 25, yeah, of course it would, because no one's expected it. Now you could argue and say, well, maybe the market priced in a little bit today. Doesn't look like it on the CME Fed Watch. But anyway, we'll see. Someone will be right. Someone will be wrong. Let's hope it's me. Anyway, moving on. Hash ribbon starting to look pretty bullish. CryptoCon here says, if one Bitcoin hash ribbon's buy signal wasn't enough, we just got another one back to back. This, in combination with low volatility, has never failed to produce a good run. Oh, and no more moves to the high volatility zone where we'll see all crypto tops. This is a weed out cycle. Only the patient will make it to the end. It certainly feels like that, doesn't it? Certainly feels like this is a very deliberate move, not necessarily like market's nervousness, if that makes sense. So, you know, maybe we get some more positive news. Maybe we get a little bit more bullish sentiment that comes through. I'm down for it. Fingers crossed we will see it as well. And I think, look, that's a good place to be. As you kind of see here, this is where we've seen previous market moves on these hash ribbons and then pushed to the upside. Low volatility versus high volatility. We are in a low volatility zone, which... You know, that's why I was talking about this kind of move here on BTC, this range between sort of 105.1 and the upper range of 106.7. Looks like we just absolutely shattered both of those range picks and then pushed out to the upside. Yen and Sand of the future. I mean, that's true. 37. I absolutely agree. The MVRV Z score, the 2-year rolling, very interesting, outlining just how much room the BTC bull cycle has to the upside. Using a 2-year rolling window to migrate for fundamental changes in Bitcoin price and on-chain behavior over time. This is a key chart you need to watch. MVRV is important to understand. And right now, it's just not doing anything. So, good. That was awful. Could see a further push to the upside. We'll have to wait and see. Again, but MVRV, important. I broke this down the other night when I was talking about bull market cycle indicators. Worthwhile keeping your eyes peeled if you ask me. Okay, good. Right, we've done the charts. We've done a little bit. I want to get into a little bit of news because there has been a lot today. It's been kind of wild, actually. And yeah, we'll kind of break that down. Let's take a couple of statements. Holmes, what have you got as cigar chair? You're like, he 100% as that. 100%. Curtis, I'm just being honest. Blunt for sure. Not here to kick anyone's bumhole. We can't challenge each other on here. Well, exactly, yeah. Like I said, difference in views is fine. It's absolutely fine. Just don't be oppressive with your views. That's what we're saying. It. John Market Crazy, I did a phone interview and written assignment for the video. 2-person interview, then person interview. Oh my God. I actually had taken someone on who, I rung someone. I was like, can you interview someone tomorrow? Because I ain't got time. That was my thing. Oh dear. That's how I take people on. It's like, I ain't got time. I got time. I'm building TikToks. Just take them on if they're any good. Oh man. That's wild, isn't it? That is wild. Yeah, the jobs market is crazy. Ty, what's going on? Welcome to the TikTok Live. RGBB.crypto, welcome to you as well. Don't forget, everybody, hit up that like button and tap the screen. Let's lock in some likes. Let's get this moving. Let's get it grooving. Yeah, looks like, have I just like stopped moving on TikTok? What is happening? What is happening? Oops. There we go. Have I just stopped? Maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm there. Maybe I'm not there. I think I am now. Right. Anyway, Trump and Elon kissed and made up. Yeah, I don't know, John Shaw, if I'm honest. I don't know. Hopefully. Okay. Right. Let's get into a little bit more. So, JP Morgan, of all people, you know... potentially now going to be filing for a trademark, which appears to be a stablecoin called JPMD. I mean, come on, really? JP Morgan, get the heck out of here, you massive choppers. Goods and services, trading, exchange, transfers, and payment services, digital assets. Now, this is kind of on the back of Jamie Dimon sort of saying, hey, we're going to allow you to buy cryptocurrency for us. However, we will custody it, we'll hold on to it, yada, yada, yada. It also includes electronic fund transfers, security brokerage, real-time trading, as well as custody services and secure online financial transactions. Who had on their bingo card JP Morgan was going to go max bullish on the crypto market? That, in my opinion, is insane. On the back, by the way, Michael Saylor buying a further $1.05 billion worth of Bitcoin, now at 104,080 per Bitcoin, which means he actually bought this yesterday, personally. That's just, you know, it was 104 yesterday, or the very early hours of this morning. But yeah, and he's achieved a BTC yield of 19.1% as of the 15th of June. We now hold 592,100 Bitcoin acquired for $41.84 billion with an average, get this, right? This is kind of crazy when you think about it. The average Bitcoin price of 70,600. 70,600 as an average buy price. That is insane. When you consider many of us were here when Bitcoin was 15K, 2K, 10K, 8K, whatever it was. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. What's going on, Marty? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So yeah, pretty crazy if you ask me. And a relentless buying. And what we've now got is, by the way, is pivots on other companies. So we saw Metaplanet buy more. We've seen another couple of treasury or Bitcoin treasury companies buying more and more, which is obviously good news. We now see this meme strategy. Obviously, it's a bit of a kind of play on whole like MicroStrategy stuff. But look at this. They bought 2,440 Solana worth around $380,000. Are we about to see a crazy pivot into altcoins? Thank you, Ben. Into kind of altcoins repositioned on the fact that, you know, crypto is literally just where everyone's at. Do you know what I mean? This is kind of going to be way more bullish than I think a lot of people realize. So when we start to think about people buying huge amounts of altcoins, well, it's going to get pretty interesting if you ask me. So we'll keep an eye on this. This could signal a move with many of the other institutions saying, hey, I want to buy AVAX. I want to get involved with, you know, many, many others. So this could be pretty crazy. And like I said, Sailor going big. Right. Bitcoin nearing a new all-time high. 3% away. That is all. That is all. But look at this. Currently at 107. So actually a bit nearer now. We must be like less than 2% away. Institutional adoption, geopolitical tensions support Bitcoin's bullish movement. Again, this is important to think about as we kind of work our way through this. And yet again, see further institutional buying. Now, I talked about this last week, and I said, look, I think based on just what I know, and, you know, when you sort of look at macro elements of the market, you go, well, I don't see a reason why they won't continue to buy Bitcoin. Institutions, in my view, will keep buying Bitcoin. In fact, $2.91 billion worth of Bitcoin trading on those ETFs. And guess what? That's right. BlackRock bought another 2,271 Bitcoin today. They are literally buying more Bitcoin than can be mined in a single day. This, by the way, on the back of a solid move. They now have bought 10,337 Bitcoin in the last 7 days. Fidelity stacking their bads. We actually, and this is when you know, in my opinion, by the way, the market's turning and we could be in for a very, very solid move, is Grayscale bought Bitcoin. Grayscale, of all of the people, not the mini, because the mini trust has been buying. Grayscale, the fund that was converted over to an ETF, bought Bitcoin. Only bought 47 Bitcoin, but the reality is that's still a hell of a lot of Bitcoin. So 4.7 million, very interesting. Market is doing very, very well. Yeah, absolutely, Vern. I totally agree with you. 100%. So with all of this, this is obviously bullish news. We continue to see this. Now, some new things to think about. Massive institutional adoption. 60 non-crypto companies, including prominent firms like SoftBank, are now incorporating Bitcoin into their treasuries. We have recent inflows into ETFs. We just talked about that. You also got a weakening dollar, which is obviously boosting people into risk assets. Geopolitical tension. We touched on that right at the very start, that unfortunately war can be good for Bitcoin. It's not good for anyone else, but potentially it could be good for Bitcoin. Short-term 1 to 2 weeks, Bitcoin is likely to decisively surpass its all-time high target in range of 115 to 120 if you work through some of the mechanics that we've seen. That bull flag playing out, altcoin market starting to turn up. Even things like ETFs on Trump media, many, many other things. I think this could all be very, very positive as this kind of plays out. And the fact that, well, look, all indicators suggest strong possibilities of surpassing previous records imminently, and investors and analysts closely monitor how institutional investments, ETF flows, and geopolitical developments coverage on the influence of Bitcoin's new significant milestones. So keep your eyes peeled is what we're saying. There's some fun to come. Now, when you then start to look at, okay, well, fine. Anyone can come on here and go, oh, Bitcoin's going to a new all-time high. It's what's going on as well that you need to understand. Alvin, what's going on, buddy? Tim, I'm sure you already have that. What's going on? Blah, blah says, what happens when OTC runs out? Do they buy off the market? Yes, basically, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. XRP the moon, let's go. What's going on, Paul? Good to see you, man. Appreciate it. Anyone remember 2020? Everyone said it was a Bitcoin-only cycle, and boom, altcoin smashed it. The same will happen again, in my opinion. Big money always moves to the risk of... Yeah, I would be definitely inclined to agree with you. Definitely. Is anyone getting a Trump phone? Don't think so. But yeah, I would be inclined to agree with you. And do you know what's interesting? We actually see a move in altcoins today, and you've got an Ethereum run at 4%. We haven't seen that for ages. We haven't seen a Bitcoin push that drags Ethereum at 4%. So good news. Brazil's BTF strategic reserve should be approved soon. 5% of 370 billion. Yeah, pretty wild. There's a lot coming. Calvin, welcome to the live. Lauren Babs here as well. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget to tap on that like button. Hey, do you want some coins? Let's get some coins away, baby. How do I do this again? Treasure box. Grab yourself some coins, everybody. It's going to be up here somewhere. Let's get it. Let's get it. Did you see the Tron news? Yeah, Tron going onto the, is it the NASDAQ it's going on? It's wild at the minute. Anyway, yeah, Tron is like, man, it's such a like weird ecosystem, I'm not gonna lie. So, good news. Right, John, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Aaron says that XRP, Bitcoin, ETH, Chico token, and short and snorter. Nice, Aaron, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate Oscar says lawful on my bank starts cancelling my withdrawals. That's bad news for everybody. Okay, Gemini and Coinbase near an EU licenses regulators clash over rapid approvals. They are trying to push this through hard. Number of reasons. We obviously have a bullish potential market in the EU as well. So crypto exchanges, Coinbase and Gemini now close to securing regulatory approvals, granting them access to operate across EU. Reuters reported June 16th, citing people familiar with the matter. This could be good news. With the whole MiCA regulations, they are, oh, that would be a massive move, actually. Gemini and Coinbase available in the EU would be a pretty good move. According to two sources, Gemini is close to receiving approval from Malta, which will already signed off on OKX and Crypto.com. Within weeks of the MiCA rollout, the country acquires its quicker process stems from years of experience surprising crypto businesses. So again, watch out. I think you're going to see some very, very good news. And certainly as we sort of see further developments of some of these coins, that's obviously going to be a good news story. Right, we also have Solana Treasury. We talked about that dead quick, but look, Kantar initiated coverage of Sol's treasury companies, DFDV, UPXI, and HODL with an overweight rating. So they're actually using Solana now to judge their financial structure and what they're good, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, that could be good news. BTC miner, Costosaurus hash rate hits record. Now, the reason I put this in, by the way, and we can, if I just kind of jump here, let me just bring the Bitcoin chart back. Let me show you something that I think is pretty crazy and why this is important. When we talk about miners' costs soaring, if the cost of mining Bitcoin goes up, the miners do one thing, right? They do one thing and one thing only. And that, simply put, is they don't sell their Bitcoin, right? They just don't sell it. So if we take a look at what is going on right now with those miners, I actually broke this down the other night. Where am I looking here? And it is not there. It is this one, actually. Is it this one? What the hell is it? What is going on? Oh, it's because I'm looking at USDC. God, I'm such a silly person. I nearly said something else then. Right, here we go. This is what I want to show you. This is what I want to show you, everybody. Here we go. The miners position index. Now, this index is the ratio of total miner outflow, and it's 1 year moving average of the total miner outflow. So what are they doing? Are they selling? Are they not? And what we can see here is we go to the year. Look at this. They are literally refusing to sell their Bitcoin right now. Super interesting. It's as low as it's been since the back end of 2024 when we started our big move up again in Bitcoin. You're going to have a look at the price to see exactly what happens. So in terms of miners right now, we are super low in terms of what they're doing and what they're selling, as they don't want to. This is a good indication that actually Bitcoin's going higher. The cost of doing business is obviously significantly more, and that's why they're holding on to it. So this could be very optimistic as this plays out. And like I said, more importantly for the miners and everything else, could be good news. Right, the Fed, obviously we talked a little bit about this, by the way, but Fed watches eye September as attention builds around central bank cuts. Obviously everyone's saying September. I probably don't want to go back over all ground that we've already did. Thanks, Lauren. Appreciate that. I don't want to go over all ground, but we'll see. Global markets were tuned in this week as the Bank of Japan, Reisbook, and the US Federal Report prepared to mark their latest calls on interest rates. So if Japan cut rates, that would leave 3 countries in the world, of which the US is one of them, that haven't cut rates. Both Polymarket and Calci Trades are placing low odds on the roll cut this month. Looking ahead, July. And CME FedWatch tool pegs at a potential September one. So, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, everyone, let's get the likes up. Get it, Lauren. You tell them what's going on. Tap that screen, everybody. Tap that screen. Let's get some likes going. Let's get to 10,000 likes. Also, by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, let's hit up the like button. Let's get to 100 likes on this as well. So I would appreciate you. We still have a quick... Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. Look, let's literally finish the stream. 5 minutes. Bang. Straight into that. Let's do it. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So, yeah, I'm not going to go over all ground. It's probably not worth it too much. But what is good news... Get your trumpets out, everybody. Canada launching its first XRP ETF this week. What is this? Canada finally going bullish on XRP. Proposed investment launches Canada first XRP ETF receiving regulatory approval from the OSC. June 18th, 2 days. Bullish on Wednesday. The OSC allows XRP ETF holders in registered accounts, offering tax advantages to Canadian investors. What? And then Canada's XRP ETF approval marks a key regulatory milestone amid global uncertainty and a Bitcoin criticism from the Canada's new PM. The reality here is I think Canada's front-running XRP. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. So yeah, good news. Shout out to the Canadians. Shout out to anyone that's going to get XRP. Looks like you might be able to get a discount. So that's good news, isn't it? I think that's good news anyway. So with that, obviously, we want to keep an eye on what's going on. That's why XRP is up 7. Bitcoin is rallying. We could even see 3%. What would 3% take us to? Currently, we need what? Another 0.2 would take us to just under 109. So, you know, we could definitely see that. Kira says, why ETH is dead? ETH did 4.5% today. ETH is definitely not dead. ETH is trading within a range. Let me show you something. You'll like this. ETH is definitely trading between a range. So I've been talking about this now for a while. And hold on, TikTok. Boom, there you go. So ETH has been trading between this range now. Even the breakouts saw us trading a significant move. So again, you can see how that ETH is trading. I think personally we've got to break above the top. We got rejected here at this upper limit, this upper range here. We've got to push a little bit further. So ETH is definitely not dead, by the way. What I would say when you look at Ethereum is understand the amount of institutional money that's going to flow into Ethereum. Just my opinion. I still hold Ethereum. That doesn't mean that you can't make better returns on other investments, but I do think people are making the bad decision on Ethereum and writing it off. So again, just my opinion. But you look at things like Airdrome Finance that's built on the Ethereum network. You look at the base chain. You look at some of the meme coins out there. Like ETH has still got its thing to do. It's just been a bit slower, but we'll see. Where do you see ETH in a few months? I mean, the bigger question is where do I see Bitcoin in the next few months? That's probably the question. If we were to say, look, let's do a trend base from the recent low at 138, which was way back in April, and then probably take us to the all-time high and then take us back down to that low. You could argue and say, well, the 1618 Fibonacci is 4831. That would give us a solid move over maybe the course of the next, 4 weeks if Bitcoin pushes up. It's hard to predict what's going on, but I think eventually money will flow in. And I think, look, the 1618 Fibonacci is obviously where we look at as a potential rally on previous moves. Stochastic RSI is massively underbought, i.e. oversold. So where would my prediction be? I mean, in the probably short term, I think anything between 3 and 4.5. Longer term, I've always said I believe 8 and 10,000. But again, not financial advice. Got to do your own research. Have a look. But yeah, I mean, ETH is trending within this channel. I mean, literally perfectly trending within this channel that we did. Equally supporting on the 200 moving average. So, you know, we'll see. We will see. But I think ETH definitely has some more moves to give. Hey, Kira, no dramas. Hit the like button. Drop a couple of follows. That'd be cool if you could do that. I appreciate it. And again, if anyone does got any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Likewise on YouTube, I'll take all your questions and try and answer them the best I can. A BTC prediction. As in where do I think market cycle top is going to be? I've kind of pivoted anything. I know this is going to be a big range, by the way, but 150 to 200K. I've always pivoted between like 150, 165. I allowed myself to go to 185. I thought that would probably be a pretty big move, but I would say based on what we know, based on the charts, I mean, look, you could definitely do 150 with current price movement. Equally, you get crazy adoption, massive ETF inflows, BlackRock buys, $5 billion of the Bitcoin by themselves. You could easily see 200K. Again, it's difficult to predict though. Always doing research, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, good. What's up, folks? Sorry, it's been a while. Had a lot of shit to deal with. Been watching your videos 2-bit. What's going on, Shoesmith? You massive legend. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Good to see you, mate. The good thing is people can go and come back. You always know where we're going to be, and we're always here at 9 o'clock UK time, 4 p.m. Eastern, talking about crypto markets. 6 days a week, baby. So you know where we are. But hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. I think Trump running a BTC mining strategic reserve fund investment company is Greenland. Wow. I mean, that's a lot, isn't it? That is a lot. Hey, Red Jack, no dramas. Thank you for the likes as well. Appreciate it. Drop a follow if you're interested. We're here every week. Every day nearly. Good news. Tim, I'd be happy to land 1 at this point. What's that, Craig? Tim says, Craig, I bet you could land 2 nice ones if you wanted. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. You guys are crazy. But yeah, anyway, do me a favor though, tap the like button. Let's get some likes locked in. Remember, if you interact and engage with the content creator, the channel gets more people looking at it. Yeah. I just made that song up. I thought it was good. Yeah, feeling a lot better. Needed time out to get through grief and sort my head out, and in a lot as best. Nice, mate. Nice. Well, like I said, you know where we are, baby. We're here all the time. We don't go anywhere else. We just sit here. Oh, man. The Ripple lawsuit decision expected June 16th. We're pricing in cut. Man, I thought we got some news then. I thought we got breaking news coming in, but it doesn't look like it. Unfortunately, people, we are very much close to this. Hopefully we get it while we're live. That would be pretty cool as well if we could. Oh, man, I've got to tweet out myself live on X. Oh, well, whatever. Don't matter. Don't matter right now. Yeah, Ripple lawsuit decision expected June 16th, so we're pricing in the column. So we are expecting this today. We're expecting the XRP announcement today. Hopefully we'll stay very much dialed into this market, and hopefully it'll turn up. So we'll see. We'll see. Bad luck to you all as always. What's going on 420? Good to see you, man. Welcome. Yeah. Good news. Good news, everybody. Right. Hit up the like button. Hit up the like. Keep sharing. Keep sharing. Keep sharing. We will get Monster Run, Bull Run this year. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so, Shoesmith. I'm down for it. I think we're all down for it. I think it's way over time. But yeah, fingers crossed we'll get there. Lauren Bab with a number 2 gifted badge. What's going on, Lauren? Love it. Thank you so much indeed. Appreciate it. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on. Hopefully we get this news. I do want to see some XRP news, but as of yet, nothing has dropped. Where would we see it first, do you think? The SEC filings? I don't think we will actually. Someone would definitely get it before me. SEC filings. Let's see if there's any news. Let's see if there is any news. Newsroom. Here we go. June 13th. SEC name Eric Hotmeyer as the Chief External Affairs Officer and Director of the Office of Public Affairs. Okay. Well done, Eric. Well done. Brian Days named the Director of Division of Investment Management. Don't know what that means, but shout out to him. September things will start to pump. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, picked up some of the dip yesterday. Nice, Shoesmith. Like it. Like it. Oh, man. LK. Every time my Twitter comes up, I'm thinking that we've got some breaking news, but not so much. And again, there's nothing here on the SEC website, so we'll keep close to anything that comes out. Nothing crazy. Further expansion of form. Yeah, nothing crazy at the minute. So back to keeping an eye on X. Back to keeping an eye on the news feeds and outlets, and hopefully we get some good news out there. Okay, let's take a quick look at DeFi. If you've got a project you want to take a look at, maybe you're part of a community, feel free to drop it in there. Remember, nothing on this channel, however, is financial advice. It is only a observation of what is going on. Right, Zebek is up a little bit, 21%. I don't know why we've got it on here, actually. I could probably take this off because we have it on the main charts. But Zebek with a final nice little move. I am actually going to take this off there because we don't need it. Trump coin's up about 2%. XPR up. Marbitz flat. Zeus coin down 26%. So a bit of a hit there on the old Zeus coin. Outside of that, nothing crazy going on. Nothing crazy going on. Everything's pretty quiet if you ask me. But I'm sure there'll be more bullish news coming. There is obviously, don't forget, link in the description, Chico token. If you are interested in getting into this project, their pre-sale has got 9 days, 15 hours left. Again, you can get a bonus for buying here. The devs are super cool. I like this project. Lots of upside. Already listed on CoinStore. And they are working on 2 further exchanges. So if you are interested, check out the link in the description. You can get a bonus by buying in that link. And look, I think it's going to be a worthwhile project. I personally invested in it. So if you are interested, check out Chico Token. Lots more to come. Good. Right. Let's see who's here on TikTok. OV, what's going on? Welcome. Daisy and Crypto. My life is a meme. What's going on? I would call you PME. Yeah, what's going on, PME? In the building. I saw some pretty crazy XRP stuff. I actually saw somebody did a short and it said XRP $25,000 overnight. You're like, oh my God, these people are absolutely off their head. They're absolutely off their head. So I'll say, how do you think ETFs impacted crypto? Mostly good, some good or bad? I think it depends what you look at. I think you have to take a two-sided approach to this. if you are in the world of Bitcoin maxi, the complete transformation of the financial construct of the globe, you would say ETFs are bad news for cryptocurrency, right? You would say that. You would say, well, Bitcoin was meant to be decentralized, peer-to-peer transactions, no middleman, no corporate entity, right? You could say, well, that's what it is. The reality is, in any normal civilization, that's going to happen. It's just the rule of how things build out. So if you just went from the place of saying, well, I think they're good because A, I was in early, I adopted the technology before most other people, and I believe ETFs are going to push the price up. The big thing will be, and this is obviously the concern for a lot of people in the decentralized market, will be how high can it go? And what happens when, I think we said this earlier, they can't buy any more OTC? What happens then? Because if you argue at that point and you say, well, you know, we've already talked about this, by the way, but BlackRock could go and buy every single Bitcoin that's available on exchanges and still only use 0.6 of their entire under management value. You then get into a world of saying, well, BlackRock could control the entire Bitcoin supply. Is that then a bad thing? I mean, you know, I personally, by the way, think they're a good thing. I think they're a good thing. It allows more people exposure. I would argue that people have bought Bitcoin because of the ETF exposure. We just got to make sure that they can't, like BlackRock can't just hold on to everything like they do with the general stock market. So yeah. BTC might actually change their mind depending on what. Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true, man. Looks like ETH is moving. Oh, no, it's fine. ETH is, ETH is pushing up, actually. BTC is pushing as well. Let's go, baby. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Let's get it. Come on, BTC. Let's see some nice green candles. Here we go, baby. We're like Ainsley Harriet on Ready, Steady, Cook. Did we retest this upper range and are now starting to push to the upside? Maybe. We'll keep close to it. A break above that 109 would be very bullish on the day, by the way. Very, very, very bullish indeed. Giannis, what's going on? Welcome. Welcome. But if retail drops out of their ETF, the issue the ETF still holds, or they sell some of their holdings. If basically all the ETF is a product that is backed by Bitcoin. They have actually now they can now sell their Bitcoin if they really want to. But yeah. Tim Share, stop typing and driving, man. We don't need to use Tim. Don't do that. I'm a bit out of touch with crypto at the moment. Been focusing on real world investments, Bobby T. I like it. I like it, Bobby T. Let's keep tapping that screen. Let's get this to 5,000 at least. Or I think 10,000 is definitely achievable, by the way. We've got 25 minutes of the stream left. So if you're joining me on TikTok, the few of you that are here, tap up that like, hit the screen, hit that follow button as well, by the way, if you are super bullish on what's going on. I am bullish on you guys. Also, the more you hit the like button, you can get up here. Look, these are where like the cool cats hang out. Cricket Jack says trebles pumping. Nice. The majority of the, as I've got no issue with, however, the man next up here. Maybe centralization. It's a lesser of two evils, isn't it? If you truly want, some sort of craziness in the markets, you have to go to an element of centralization. It's just the reality of it. We unfortunately don't live in a true democracy. Democracy obviously would mean that everyone would vote the same thing. The reality is that we live in, a social constructed society, don't we? But man, I don't know where I'm going with this, but you get my point. You get my point. Got to start selling food at events. My crypto bros and sis eat for free. Bobby T, I love that. Love it. Let's, what was I going to look at? I was literally going to look at something and I've totally forgot what I was going to look at. What were we just talking about? I think maybe I was going to have a look at, maybe we're going to have a look at where the market is. Remember, we talked about this yesterday. Everyone was going to be like, holy tamale, we're going to dump the markets. I don't want to take on anything to do with leverage right now. This is bad news. However, what do people look like today? People don't want to short this market. They're like, oh my God, we're going to the moon. Man, crypto investors are absolutely wild. They're wild. UK events, unfortunately, Americans. Hey, Bobby T. Hey, keep us posted. Keep us posted. Adrian Solfi. Did you see the stuff from Charles Hodgkins, by the way? XRP and Cardano integration. Imagine that. That would be insane. Yeah, look at this. Markets right now, very bullish. Very bullish, by the way. TikTok, if you're interested, look at this. The traders are going big on BTC. Uptrend. Again, if we see this downtrend, lots of longs will get liquidated. This tells us that the market is potentially going further to the upside. This is good news. Obviously, we don't want to see massive liquidations. That's bad news, all right? That is bad news. But yeah, good news. Good news, everybody. Right, we just broke nearly 6,000 likes on TikTok. Let's get it, baby. See, when you guys hit the like button, we can make things happen. Coinbase seems to be having issues, probably busy network. We all know what that's about. Coinbase, get out of here. Get out of here. Man, looks like the market is trying to push a little bit further, so let's just stick with it for now. Let's stick with it unless you want to take a look at anything. Maybe you're in a project, maybe you're part of a community, maybe you just, I don't know, want to take a look at the chart. Feel free to ask. Where would you put 1,000 right now, 2-bit? Great question. You'd have to weigh up what's moved and what hasn't moved. That's my opinion. And equally what your risk versus reward potential is. So I would say sort of blockchain-based, not financial advice, obviously. Blockchain-based coins, I think, would be a interesting bet. So Sui, for example, is at 313. Sui would not be a bad shout. I would definitely split it, by the way. I'd split it into 4. I'd go 250, 250, 250, 250, and I would go over 3 projects, and I would 250 in and 250 in on a particular. So, for example, I'd maybe go 313 on Sui, 250 on Sui, and then I'd maybe look for a reposition on that. I'd also go into some other coins that I believe haven't moved too much. So Algorand is one that I've been talking about for a while. AVAX, I still think, is really undervalued at $19.85. Bear in mind, we're expecting that to do like a couple of hundred. So yeah, that's where I would go. I think I would avoid memes. But yeah, I think blockchain-based projects, I think, is probably not a bad shout. Just my opinion, not financial advice. Will XRP go up more tonight? Maybe. We're obviously waiting and anticipating the SEC announcement. We might see a little bit of volatility if we don't get the SEC announcement. We are expecting it today, but hey, we will see. So I think either way, which I know that's not what you want to hear, but I think the reality is that's just life, isn't it? It's so much dependent on news, and it's probably so much dependent on which way the news goes. By the way, just to reference that, it doesn't mean that like we're going to zero or anything crazy like that, but yeah. JP Morgan files trademark for crypto-focused platform JPMD. That's wild, you know. That is wild that JP Morgan are like going in on this. It's crazy if you ask me. It's crazy, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. Decent shout. I might just do it. Get paid next. That's true, John. That's true. Don't take my advice though. There won't be an SEC announcement. You don't think? No. May not. Yeah, you're probably right. You are probably like, Viva la Bacon, like number 53. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to you. Keep tapping that like button, everybody. Let's get it. Let's get it, people. I'm going to give some more coins out because I kind of like it when you guys like use them then back on the stream. It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. There you go. Look, get out. Go and grab some of those coins if you're bullish. They're the Bitcoin. They're the Bitcoin coins. I like the Bitcoin coins. Vietnam approves the law to legalize Bitcoin and crypto. Do you see that? I don't think I talked about that. But yeah. Good news. John Shaw doing research. You want me to? Yeah, that's very true as well. I think I'll go with the midgets. I nearly said it. Oh, that would have been a disaster. Oh, it would have been fine. Agree, Holmes. Yep, agree. Equally, it's his money, isn't it? So if he wants to do that, then some people have strategies where they learn and do all the rest of it. Some people just go, oh, whatever, like, who cares? Who cares? It's only money. It's not real. Ripple SEC fell last week. Judge Torres' decision in a week. So no, I thought it was today, Tomato. I thought the SEC announcement was today, June 16th. I thought it was today. Is it being changed because of that other one? Yeah, 100% Holmes. 100%. Yeah, I thought we were meant to be getting something today. Let's see. According to AI assistant Grok, a major update in the case, either a status report or a court ruling was expected today, June 16th. Based on usual court filing hours, it should have arrived by now. However, delays are possible with the next likely dates being June 19th or even far out as August. Despite the legal uncertainty, XRP prices held up over the previous 24 hours, gained about 7%. So yeah, so we should have got an announcement today. I guess maybe they delayed it because of that stuff that came out. Maybe. Man, look at that. Who would have thought I would say this? But Lauren Barb has just become a fan level 5. There we go, Lauren Barb. Welcome to the fam. Welcome. Lauren Barb is officially a fan of me. Oh, dear. Thanks, John. Thanks, John. Wowza, XRP ETF live in Canada. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? USA is behind. They will feel. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I mean, it's get away, Lauren, get away. Look, I think the fact Canada doing that, I think is good news, and I think we could see more. Remember, some of these altcoins. You've got a Solana, Litecoin, XRP, HBAR, Algorand, multi-altcoin ETF. Like, man, it's going to be an ETF, like, what, tombola. Is that the thing where you, like, do the thing and pick a cable? I don't even know what I'm saying here. Pick a ticket out, that's a number on it. What have you won today? A Solana ETF. Hey, with staking. Bullish news. Just checking in to see if anything has dropped, which it hasn't done. UK's Starmer, Trump set to agree and enact tariff cutting deal. Good news. That could be good news. Yeah, nothing else has come out. So we're staying close to what's going on in the news. Also, Bitcoin's holding up. It's ranging 108, 600. Okay, fine. Not doing anything too crazy. We'll stick here on the 5 minutons chart. And we'll see what's going on XRP pump. Let's get it, baby. Do it, XRP pump. Let's see it. Let's get that market moving. Let's get it going, baby. Man, that was all tonight. I'm just super hyped about everything. Super hyped up the market. I'm excited. It looks like I didn't get any points for some sort of match thing on TikTok. Oh well. If trigger goes up, probably be dumping when no rate cuts. Yeah. Well, we should probably do a bingo card for the rate cuts, shouldn't we? We should definitely do that. Someone remind me tomorrow to do a bingo card. Selmo, the #1 community member for this evening, says USA will be #1 in crypto. Calvin Hill, the GOAT. Just Steve just walks in. Love that. It's all about community. That's all about communities. Walk in, you're like, that guy is the legend that he is. Calvin Hill. What a ledge. What a ledge. SEC got wrong date again. I mean, it looks like it. I don't see anything on the platform about XRP in Canada. Okay, let me get you the news article. Really, just type Canada XRP ETF. Hey. Yeah, purpose of XRP ETF issued an asset manager's world first Bitcoin set to be traded June 18th on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Here you go, check this out, Alvin. There you go. XRP coming down like a meteor, down 0.087. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So it's happening. Canada going bullish on XRP. We're down for that. I'm down for that. Yes, I do. Yeah. Stain. Is it Stain? Stain? Yes, I do. Yeah. Yep. Had a good one yesterday, actually. 103,800, I think it was. Or 103,800. That big wick down yesterday. Stan. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, that big wick down yesterday. Had a 37x long. Closed it at 106.8, something like that. I posted it on X, actually. I think it was like, what was it? I can't remember. JP Morgan have filed a trademark for their own potential stablecoin. How crazy is that, by the way? That is insane. JPDM, which is potentially a new stablecoin for JP Morgan, which obviously is pretty crazy if you ask me. I mean, it is generally pretty crazy, but yeah, like watch out for that. So keep your eyes on it. Yeah, there we go. Look. So entry 104,539, closed it out 106,695, 35x long on Bitcoin. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, the Toronto Stock Exchange. Yeah, I think you're right, but I shorted quite high with a positive stop loss. So if it comes to it, I'll take the crypto. Yeah, Chip it. Fair enough. Chip it. What's the furthest it will pull back from here? What, XRP or Bitcoin? Banks won't use each other's stablecoins, surely. Well, don't forget, JP Morgan already does use a blockchain. It's an internal blockchain that they use, though, so they don't use a public blockchain. But no, I don't think they will. But what you then get is it's similar to kind of what's happening with. Oh man, what was it? What was it we were talking about yesterday? It's similar to what's happening with. We talked about something yesterday. I can't think what it was. There's a partnership going on, similar to like PayPal and all the rest of it, where you'll be able to pay for things with a stablecoin narrative. So what you do then is keep way more stuff on chain. They'll still custody the conversion, but yeah, basically that's kind of what I think they're trying to do. So the fact that JP Morgan have been so anti-cryptocurrency and now are like, oh, we might launch our own stablecoin and get out of here. We're cruising to the moon. The ETF will show as it gets, I think. Maybe, Moto, yeah. Maybe. Banks don't trust each other, yeah. And they can't. Don't forget, banks are historically and probably more, certainly here in the UK, very much government-owned, albeit, you know, they'll never tell you, but they kind of are. I think one of my kids has just got up. Bear with me 1 second. Well, that's marginally awkward. One of my kids just got up in the middle of the night. Like, they've been in bed about 2 hours. What the hell? Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry about that. But yeah, literally one of my kids just decided to get up after being asleep for 2 hours. And now she won't go back in her own bed. So fine, she'll stop sleeping in our bed. Anyway, Bobby T, give me your wallet. Get out of here. Get out of here. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Hitting up all the fam on TikTok. Shout out to you guys. Let's try and push this over 10,000 likes, by the way. You can do it. Tap that like button. Tap the screen. Also, if you haven't already, hit the follow button. And if you're on YouTube, by the way, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we're breaking down all the market news every single day for you here. Man, that was a nice little buy that coming on BTC. 108,777. Could we see a 109 BTC price point? That would be good news if we can get there. Fingers crossed. Yeah, Lauren Babtow. The dog. She's currently in there with the dog, so it's fine. I lost my wallets in about. Whoa, Bobby, yeah, could stablecoin spiral out of control if everyone goes after creating ones, or does it just need? Yeah, I think it'll be like meme coins. I know that sounds crazy, but some will survive, some won't. It'll depend whether they can be bothered to do it. I think that's the key bit, isn't it? Not everyone will launch a stable coin because not everyone will be able to back it. That's the key thing as well, by the way. You're only going to really get them in things like banks, finance institutions, because it's how you back them. Gold, treasuries, bonds, all that kind of stuff. When you say she's in bed with the dog, have you locked her in the cage? Yeah. Yeah, she's in the dog's bed. The dog's still wiped out from taking it out yesterday. She's literally done nothing all day. She's a lazy little puppy. Although she's not a puppy, she's 11 years old, but yeah. Retail store could back them too, technically. That. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. That is true. Blockchain, what's going on? Welcome. A.S. Joan, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Keep tapping that like, guys. Let's get to 10,000. We could definitely do this. Definitely do this. Yeah, 11-year-old puppy. I mean, she technically is, but right. Anything happened while I was away, by the way? Any news? Doesn't feel like it. Doesn't feel like it. The FOMC week, no, we've done that. Yeah, nothing new. 11 years, they deserve a lie down now and again. Yeah, 100%. Honestly, yeah, she is a lazy dog, but she's earned it. Big stores like Walmart and Amazon, yeah. I mean, you could even see them start to custody. I mean, it could be wild. Think about it. Think about transacting globally, especially for big corporations. I mean, loads of them dodge tax anyway, but there we go. 3%, by the way, 108,819. Keep tapping that like button, tapping that screen. It's pushing the price of BTC up. Yeah, there were some birds tweeting outside the window. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Oh, dear me. I just unlocked my Pi and transferred to mainnet, ready to when it pumps again. Can you sell it, Craig, or not? I mean, it's at 6. Oh, my God. The market's pumping and Pi coin is down. Ouch. Down 1.6%. Tough one. Tough one. Yeah, Trident's pushing back up again after that massive dumperino with the back of the crypto news that they came in. Marbitz ETF is pumping as well. So, yeah, the market is... I think we'll see 109 pretty soon. I think 109 could be coming before the end of the night. Just my opinion. Again, not financial advice. But yeah, we'll see. Hey, Nadia Taylor, thank you for the ice cream. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're close to 10,000 likes as well, everybody. So keep tapping that screen. Lock in those likes. Remember, it massively helps out the channel. Gets us aware. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. Feel free to drop them, and I will try my very much best to answer them. 30 degrees is weakening in 2 bits. Not that bullish. I'm not. Yeah, no, 30 degrees is wild. 30 degrees is wild. Hold on a minute. I've got a freaking link from Mr. Tim Shea. What is it? I'm bullish on Tim Shea's links. All I want is you. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I closed this out and realized I actually just have a window over here with it on. What have you sent me, Mr. Tim? Oh yeah, I've done some videos on that, Tim. I've done like 3 videos on it. According to NBC News, Iran reached out through diplomatic channels, including Saudi Arabia, asking President Trump to pressure Israel into an immediate ceasefire. Really? Wow. Wow. Hey, Sajid, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Man, we're so close to 10,000 likes. Keep tapping that screen, everybody. Just take... Oh, okay. What do you mean? I don't understand what you mean. I think I'm missing something. Even at current price, it's still £250 free. What's that for? Craig says, yeah, once it's a min. Well, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. I see what I mean. You can sell it and it's still $250. I get you. Sajid says, BTC next move. Well, we're currently watching, I think, the close above 108,500 would be very bullish indeed. I think it'd be nice to see a break above 109. I mean, a 109 break would be very strong. And I think if we can close the day out, bear in mind we've got, what, 3 hours left. We need to close above 108,500. Could see us push for a potential 110,800 retest. Just my opinion. If we were to lose and maybe come back down again, then I think we probably range back into this 106,600. But yeah, right now I would say we're looking pretty bullish. This could certainly play out into a more favorable move. And actually, if you think the last time we did this, we did rally to 110 and retest it over the course of a couple of days. It's playing out very similar to that pattern. So we could see another push, maybe even a retest of the all-time high by the end of this week, depending on what the Fed does on Wednesday. That's going to be the big one. If the Fed cuts rates, which is unlikely, but possible, then that would be crazy. The XRP ETF was approved. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't see any news coming in. House says XCN. Yeah. House is going crazy. XCN is having a great day. 16% up on the day. Big mover on that. It is on a downtrend though, so it needs to continue with it. Probably another good day tomorrow. But yeah, certainly looks definitely bullish right now. Nice little break on that. What about Ondo 2-bit? What is with the other 250? Yeah, Ondo definitely. Do you know where else I would think about going that I personally think is undervalued, but I think it's maybe you might just miss it. Jupe, in my opinion, would be another good one. You can stake it, you can earn rewards, and their ecosystem is really building out, actually. So I would take a look at that as well. Robin had listed Zebek, has it? Has it actually listed Zebek? That's crazy if it has. Something must have happened. XRP is in an uptrend again. I mean, it's not a crazy move though. It's not like this is the 5 minute. I mean, it's in an uptrend, yeah, but it's not crazy. I'm seeing nothing coming in on mine, and my reporter on the ground has not sent me anything either. So, let's see if we can confirm what this is. Let's have a look. Breaking XRP rate, jumping from... that's nonsense. It's one of those complete choppers that just, like, randomly spout complete nonsense. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. Just in, Trump has informed multiple allies in the Middle East that the US will not get involved with Iran war unless Iran targets America. That was an Axios report. Nothing on XRP as yet that I can see. Nothing yet. So, yeah. But yeah, Bitcoin's rallying, though. Bitcoin's now nearly at 110, so going in the right direction. Going in the right direction. Is Plume any good? I feel like Holmes talked about Plume before. Nah, XRP is ranging, leveled out. Yeah, I mean, we're sort of in this consolidation range here, but look, we'll see. WIF is undervalued, bro. Swamp, you know it is. You know it is. What's it out right now? WIF's at 90 cents. Holy shit, yeah, that is undervalued. Good. Okay, good. Any questions for anybody before we start to wrap up? We're not going just yet. 10,300 likes on the TikTok live as well. Shout out to you guys. Root is up 20%. Nice. RPM, good shout. Yeah. We could be in for a pretty interesting night. Hopefully Bitcoin can keep pushing. We want to see this upper range, you know, break above 109. A break above 109, by the way, I think would be actually pretty bullish. So keep your eyes peeled on it. I will obviously keep you guys up to date. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, on YouTube, and on X. All of which social media links are in the description. Check those out for sure. And yeah, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Boo, we get a good move. That'd be good news. I feel like we deserve it, personally. Nick Tansley, what's going on? Welcome to the live. Appreciate you being here. All I want. Come on, Jasmine. Yeah, Beeves. It was up a little bit. Not doing anything too crazy. 4.5. I mean, we're up a little bit. The rest of the market feels like an average of about between 2 and 3. So yeah. XRP at 1 cent. Let's go. Let's go. 7.2. Yeah, it's not doing anything crazy though right now. So don't think there's anything come out. I don't think we're missing anything, but I mean, you never know, do you? You never know. Bobby T going, Kevin and Perry goes large. Like a McDonald's. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Right, we are going to have to probably call it. I'm just keeping an eye on if any updates have come down specifically relating to XRP, but I'm not seeing anything. So, yeah, it looks like we might do it. Doug Brown says, Interpol is putting an end to... okay, that's nothing to do with that. Binance says the air is hot and I don't think it's a summer breeze. So nothing coming in. Americans have kept a balanced budget and make sure their bills are paid. Time Washington DC does the same. Okay, yeah, it's nothing to do with XRP. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we've had something, maybe not. Doesn't look like it at the minute. But make sure you are dialed into all of my social media channels, and that way you're updated with all the latest news. If anything kind of crazy goes out, I may come back live, but I don't think... I mean, it would have to be pretty crazy, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, yeah, Tim. Casper popped up today. Yeah, Casper had a nice move, actually. It was up like 6% or 9%. That's nice. Nice. Just needs to pump another like 30% and we're all good. All good. Trump and more people visit the White House as instructions. His birthday party was a flop. Yeah, I saw that. I saw loads of people. What was it, 200 million or something? Pretty wild. Pretty wild. But yeah, all good fun. That's disappointing. Pepe's almost level pegging. Shib at 4x zeros. Shib's up? Shib's up 2%. Pepe's up 1.8. About the same. Meme coins, you know, nothing's really happening at the minute. We need to kind of see this trend reversal coming on meme coins. Yeah, so say strategy, what's going on? Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Hopefully we get it. Fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. Right, everybody. That does bring us to the end of the live stream. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in on TikTok as well. Once again, we are trying to build this community out exactly the same bullishness that we have on YouTube as well. So we're here 6 days a week, breaking down all the latest in the markets, making sure you're dialed in and making sure you're ahead of the rest of the game. That's the way to do it. We'll be back tomorrow night, as always, 4 p.m. Eastern. Watch out for some content I got coming out tonight. Watch out for some TikToks coming out tonight. I'm trying to keep you guys as positioned as I can. And all I ask in return, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tap the screen, hit the follow button, all of that good stuff. You know, as always, we're going to be back tomorrow. Take care, everybody. I'm going to see you on the flip side.